Hi everyone, our sci-fi games demo has been on Steam for just over a month. How are we doing? In this devlog, I'll go over just that. In terms of wishlist, the state of our growing community and everything we learned from our fans that is helping us make the game much better. And at the end, we will let you in on the finer details on what you can expect as features for our next Fest demo update. Let's get started. We are two indie devs making Warfleet Captains, a sci-fi fleet combat game that puts you in direct control of massive warships as you take part in epic fleet battles. This game has been in development since 2017, and in our last video we went over the journey we went through to finally ending up on Steam. Our store page was launched in December 2025 with a little bit of social media posts specifically on Reddit. We started getting wishlists over the month. Not much, but generally we were heading in the right direction. Oh yeah, a little shameless plug. Come try out the demo of Warfleet Captains. You just might love it. In January, we also took part in a local Comic-Con and Game Expo combination event. This was our debut to the public with a build of the demo while we waited for Steam to verify the build for launch. It was an incredible experience for the two of us, as we were mostly hermits with no idea how our game might be accepted by gamers and geeks. To our pleasant surprise, we had a great showing. Everyone who tried the game out found it interesting and unique. We also got to meet with other established studios in Sri Lanka that were much more financially stable than us, with actual investments and backing. This was a fantastic way for indies, established studios and geeks to all celebrate the games that were being made. This helped us gain some more wishlists and work our way to about 1,000. In January 2026, our demo went live. When the demo was finally verified and launched, that's when our momentum built up. People were able to try out the game for themselves and it was proving to have some promise. Our Discord started growing, initially from old Dreadnought and Fractured Space players. They were excited that something similar to those games was being made. Our last devlog hooked on the YouTube algorithm and shot our wishlist past like 1,000, rapidly approaching 2,000. This gave me the courage to mail our trailer out to various popular YouTubers and games journalists. The trailer was picked up by a grand total of one of them. Indie Games Hub posted our trailer, which took off well. With over 40,000 views to date, this single exposure boosted our wishlist rapidly past 3,000 wishlists. So let me take a moment to any indie devs that might be watching this video to say, it's not the content that you make on your social media pages that will blast your game to the right eyeballs. It really is who you can get to showcase your game that already has a big audience. Reach out to games media, streamers and YouTubers. Just one of them picking up your game can give you the visibility you sorely need. Now if only I can get IGN, Obsidian Ant and LT Gaming to show our trailer or talk about our game demo, we'll be golden. To those of our fans and indie devs that don't know why wishlists are so important on Steam, this count of wishlists is one of the few ways we developers have of gauging whether our game has a chance to do well on Steam or not. It indicates interest in our game and there are some basic metrics we need to try and hit if we are to succeed monetarily. For indie devs, I would highly encourage you to check out howtomarketyourgames.com. It is a great resource to plan your launch on Steam to give yourself the best chance to succeed. A lot of the resources are free on there and you can learn a lot from the YouTube channel too. I have simply listened to the advice given on the channel and it has helped me greatly formulate a plan as someone who has zero investment capital to put into marketing. I am, after all, a poor dev from the third world, but following even some of the advice has helped us rack up the wishlist pretty well. Now that you've got an idea of its importance, this is our game plan running up to early access. Rack up any wishlists about 2,000 and hopefully 7,000 before the Next Fest event arrives. This is important because Next Fest is an event that gives an even playing field of visibility to everyone at the start of it. So if you manage to get anything beyond 2,000 wishlists, you can be pretty confident you have a game that is interesting to gamers and you just need the visibility that you can't seem to be getting easily elsewhere. So Next Fest giving that visibility that you need should hopefully double or triple those wishlists depending if you have a good game. Simply put, having a good launch plan is like hitting the perfect shifts in a drag racing game that gives us the speed and momentum we need to get our win. None of this is a guarantee, of course, because the more eyes that see our game, the more our game is scrutinized by those same gamers. So we need to ensure our game's demo shows its best face during the next fest. And that is what our current community we have built is helping us do right now. Our initial and strongest supporters within our community hail from the Shutdown, Dreadnought and Fractured Space game titles. When they played our game, they have been invaluable, showing us our weak points, our strong points, and even suggestions for future content that they would like to see. Interestingly, no one has been making a push for the MOBA-like elements that those two titles had, which kind of confirms the theory I had that the fans of the two titles were probably more in it for the epic fleet battles themselves and not the whole MOBA dynamic. Since we are making it loud and clear that we are fully focused on the experience of fleet engagement scenarios where you captain massive warships, we have managed to resonate well with our growing community. So we can rest assured we got that aspect right. We also got some great feedback from playing with our community. We learned that our weaknesses of our current control scheme and the need for more functionality, our ships were all top heavy on the turret configuration. Seeing our most competitive play sessions evolve into a rush to get to the bottom of the map so that the captains can get a reverse altitude advantage really hit home the need for one crucial feature: roll. And we have done just that. To our community watching this, wipe away your happy tears. You can look forward to testing our new controls in an upcoming playtest build session. Speaking of a supportive community, did I mention we have a Patreon setup? That too was encouraged by our most vocally supportive members. We recently managed to set that up, and since we are two indie devs working on this game, getting some income from your memberships will go a long way to keeping us fed and even fund some shortcuts in the way of buying services to enhance the game. It's a win-win service for everyone, and I thank everyone that has gotten a membership so far. There is no pressure to do this, of course. We will continue to build this game and release it on Steam regardless. The Patreon is simply there to show your support by taking care of our current lack of income. In other more exciting developments, features our community are requesting are also in parity with the features we have already planned. It's almost like this game just screams for the most obvious features to be added in order to increase the fun. More game modes, more maps, more ships, more customization, more players in missions, more options to communicate with the captains, and more lore being the most requested. And these happen to be just the things in the pipeline for immediate update or to go live by the time early access comes around. Our Discord is really becoming the place where great ideas for games are being born, discussed, and refined. Exactly what we want from a healthy, excited community. Keep the great ideas coming, folks. Don't be shy. Now, let's get on to things that are on the horizon. Warfleet Captains was a mobile game for the longest time until September of 2025. A lot of the features you play right now in the demo are legacy features that were ported to PC. We are rebuilding and evolving everything going forward, and it's already happening as we speak. Nearing next fest, our demo will feel completely different. Here's what we are specifically evolving and what you can look forward to trying out in the playtest builds. New ship controls. I already revealed this a little earlier, but this is the starting point of the game's evolution. In this next update, you'll be able to roll, pitch, yaw, and use lateral thrusters. This will give you all the freedom you need to engage your enemies from any angle you choose. After all, it is in space, so you kind of expect to be able to do all these motions. Also, to help you coordinate with other players, we will add a ping system to help you let your allies know if you need help, or if you need something brought to everyone's attention. We'll also try to add an in-game chat system too. Beyond this, we will add better collisions in order to enhance the upcoming improvements to the game's sandbox. Ships will finally have proper mass associated with them, and with that you can expect when something big hits you, you will take an appropriate amount of damage. Speaking of damage, our ship's health system is about to get a huge update. Ships will be able to do emergency repairs to recover the health of the hull, a sorely needed feature missing in our current demo build. The captains in the future will have the option to disengage from a fight and recover the health of their ships by asking the crew to make emergency repairs to the hull. But be warned, this can only recover to a certain point, and if you want your hull repaired, you would need special support abilities to be used on your ship. This will let captains of our game to be more strategic in their engagements, and repairs to the ship will keep you in the fight for longer. Your ship health is not the only management aspect of your ship, however. When hit and hit hard by the enemy, you can expect your ship to take on status effects in the future. This can be onboard fires or hull breaches, meaning that before you tell your crew to do any emergency repairs, they would first need to address these various statuses of your ship. Our fleet battles are about to get a whole lot more involved. Next on the list of things to look forward to is ship modifications. We are about to introduce the ability to modify your ship to better suit the role you want to do. Your ship's turrets will be able to be swapped to various other types. This will also affect the engagement distances of your ship, as turrets will have different ranges from which they can fire. Your abilities on the bottom will now also have dedicated module spaces on the ship. This means that you can also swap them out to other options that are available to unlock and slot. These can range from offensive to supportive or a hybrid of the two. You are really about to take ownership of your vessel, and who knows, maybe in the future, if we have time for it, we'll even let you visually modify the ships. It is in the wings, but we'll address the fun first before we get to the vanity. And to round it all up, the visuals of our games are about to take a big leap forward. All of our legacy game assets are undergoing a visual upgrade to show the sense of scale and also to use more of the game engine features that we had to sacrifice when we were making the game for mobile. Better lighting, better textures, and better skyboxes with planets, moons, suns, and asteroids. Larger maps with more environmental features. There is a lot to do, and we're working on it. One final change. Our game modes are about to get an injection of lore to make them feel a lot more like campaign missions. In the next major demo update, all game modes will be referred to as an operation, and all of our maps will have lore associated with them. This means that each map has a story to tell, and depending on the operation that is played on it, the story will evolve. As you play in each of the maps, you will also be able to piece together the overarching narrative of this game's story. This mixed with the fact that you can play this game on your own or co-op with friends should hammer home the fact that this game is not primarily a multiplayer PvP title. Well, that sums up this devlog. There was a lot to discuss here, and in the future devlogs I will focus on showing each of the finished new features in detail. I hope this devlog gave a good glimpse in the direction that this game is headed. We are super excited to be making this game, and we hope you are just as excited to come play it with us. Catch you all in game, Captains. This is Captain Curry Fury, signing out.